Yo, what is going on, y'all? Veer up here. Today, what we got going on, I'll be giving you guys my back-to-school tips, yo. Obviously, most people are going back to school around this time of the year. I start school actually next week. So I will be giving you guys my top tips to bring in for equipment. Yes, equipment for school, y'all. The top work ethic tips that I'll give you guys, and my top personal tips to help you guys in high school, middle school, elementary school, or possibly college, y'all. I will be a senior this year in high school, so I have a pretty good history of what to expect in high school and what to prepare for you guys. So, yeah, let's start with equipment, and let's start with number one. So, number one, yo, I bring this with me everywhere I go, my AirPods, yo, and someone in my family wrote a V on it. I'm not sure who, but probably my mom. I recommend headphones, specifically Bluetooth, to school every single day, yo, because I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. Listening to music throughout the day at school when you don't have to listen to anyone, when you're just doing some work, when it's a study hall, when you're just walking in the hall, it is a legitimate game changer, yo. And there were some days last year where I left my headphones at home, and those were some of the worst days at school, yo. So I highly recommend these, yo. Obviously the AirPods are the most popular right now, but I know Beats and Bose make some really good small Bluetooth headphones that are like the exact same size, that are not that visible. I highly recommend it, y'all, and do not lose them. These cost like $150 or something like that, y'all, so do not lose your Bluetooth headphones, y'all. Make sure you charge them every single night, and it is definitely an essential, y'all, I promise, y'all. Next up on our list at number two, y'all, I promise, y'all, this is such an essential. You guys absolutely need this. This is an iPhone charger. Any type of phone that you have, any type of computer that you have, bring a charger to school, y'all. Because I tell you what, there are so many nights where I did not charge my phone and I woke up with it at 15%. You have to bring a charger to school, y'all. If you have a computer, you obviously can just, you know, USB port it or buy an adapter for your Mac or if it doesn't have one. But you have to bring a charger to school, y'all. It is such an essential. I cannot emphasize that enough. You have to bring a charger to school, y'all. I promise y'all, there are going to be so many worthless days where you'll just be on your phone throughout the day and you'll realize with an hour and a half left to go, your phone's at 5%, y'all. Instead of getting up in front of class and asking all 20 kids for a charger, y'all, you'll pull out of your backpack and be like, hey, I got my own. And it's a great way to meet some new friends. If someone asks, hey, does anyone have a charger, and you pull out one, you look like the best person on the world, y'all. So, definitely an essential, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, my next critical essential, y'all, for equipment, you have to bring a snack to school, y'all. I promise y'all, my school time starts at 8 o'clock. I know a lot of people start earlier than that. So there will be so many days, I promise you guys are going to say before the year, oh, I'm going to eat this much breakfast every single day, y'all. It is not going to happen. It is not going to happen, y'all. So, to substitute from a healthy breakfast, bring snacks with a lot of Bring snacks to school, y'all. We're going to start off on this side, y'all. These protein granola things, y'all. This is by Nature Valley. This is not sponsored, by the way, but if you guys want to sponsor me, Nature Valley, my phone number is 51. It's an essential, y'all. Also, up here, I also have some Welch's fruit snacks. Fruit snacks are one of my favorites. I haven't been able to have fruit snacks now in about 2 years because of my braces. So, yeah, do not get braces. I would be such a bad sponsor for an orthodontist. But we also have Belvita snacks, y'all. Belvita breakfast cookies or whatever they call them. These are possibly one of the best things ever invented. This is a blueberry. I think blueberry is the best outside of the gingerbread flavor that they release in December. This one is cinnamon brown sugar. They also have like just normal, they have like a normal flavor, they have a strawberry flavored. They have many different varieties now, y'all, but I think blueberry and cinnamon brown sugar are the two best out right now. Also in the fall, they will also have a pumpkin one. And to get 20% off your next purchase, use code V.
No, you ain't.
Next, just a simple white macadamia. And shout out to Mark, by the way. These are the best Cliff Bars, y'all. He got me started on these, y'all. And we'll literally, like, order a box of 24 of these in the mail, y'all. And they will go through in, like, a week or so. We also have Toasty Peanut Butter, Kroger, Toasty Peanut Butter Crackers. Fam, now, this is something about the school. The school is very strict on what snacks you can eat, which rooms are a food designated area, yo. Just don't get caught.
Rebound, saved by Oklahoma City, Westbrook.
Now, peanut butter is pretty risky because people do have peanut butter allergies and whatnot, or just nut allergies in general. So it is risky. But you have to be clean about it. And not just clean like sneaky, but you also just have to be clean in general. You can't lose crumbs. You can't leave a wrapper somewhere, because if you lose a wrapper somewhere, then the janitor sees it or the teacher sees it after class. It's like, who sat here yesterday? And then you get caught. Next, we have another peanut butter item. Chocolate or peanut butter chocolate chip chewy bars. The best of these are the s'mores. The chocolate chip are good also. The raisin ones are but any chewy Quaker's bar, y'all, is amazing. And we also have a Kellogg's Nutri-Grain strawberry yogurt bar. You guys know the deal with these, y'all. These are amazing. But also bring a water bottle to school, one that fits in your backpack, not one that you have to carry around in your hand every day, because that gets annoying. But I'm telling you guys, you will need a snack in high school. I promise you guys that, because they give our lunches such small time. Like I'll give you guys an example. Our school does 46-minute classes and then 23-minute lunch periods. That's not enough for me, yo. I wish we had like 30 minutes for lunch, because I need to socialize. So I highly recommend a snack, y'all. If your school does not allow snacks, just be cool with it, be sly with it, and you won't get caught. It's that simple, y'all. And if you have something that's like in your bag, like goldfish or something, keep it in your backpack, and so you just get a handful and just, it's a quick motion, y'all, just like that.
They trying to be crack. Yeah, they trying to be crack. Yeah, she wanted me cut it.
And as my final essential, y'all, this is kind of like a bonus one, but nowadays schools have this thing called a cell phone jail, where a lot of teachers make you put your cell phone up on this on this cell phone jail that they hang up in some rooms, y'all. An essential that you could bring to resolve that situation, y'all, is bring an additional phone, y'all. I guarantee you guys have an old iPhone or an old iPod just hanging around in your house somewhere in the basement, in the storage somewhere. Bring an extra to put it in there, and then get a spot in the back of the classroom, and then under your desk, boom, you're chilling every single day. I tried that once in sophomore year, but I was so scared after like 3 days I stopped doing it. So, but yeah, that's just a little fun one. Next, we're going to talk about the work ethic of high school. So I think to start things off, y'all, with number one, I'm going to be talking about utilizing your study hall. I'm going to tell you guys this. Every single time I have done a schedule for each of my 6 semesters in high school, I have made it so I have enough time to have a study hall, meaning I don't sign up for the max amount of classes, so I still have a full-length study hall to have, preferably at the end of the day, y'all, but you normally do not get the chance to make that decision. A study hall is so important in high school, y'all. I can promise you guys that. You guys will definitely need a study hall towards the end, closer to exams, midterm exams, final year exams. You guys will definitely need a study hall, y'all. And if you're lucky, you get one with your friends and you're chilling. But the best ones, in my opinion, are at the end of the day, but there's also pros of having it at the beginning of the day as well. And then when you hit to like your junior year, yo, you can start aiding for people, and it's fun, yo. I definitely recommend a study hall, though. This is my number 2 tip for work ethic, y'all. Do not stress about it. Look, I get people get real stressed out about their grades and whatnot, but fam, you're gonna look back and be like, why did I stress over this assignment? And I'm even at that point already. Like, there were some things junior year, or especially sophomore year, where I was just stressing myself on and really putting a lot of mental weakness on myself, saying like, I can't do this, and it really wore me down. Fam, do not stress about high school. I promise you guys will be
alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
George Bush was a CD student in college and high school, y'all.
And to the C students, I say, you too can be president of the United States.
Albert Einstein was a CD student. If you're not doing well in school, y'all, obviously there are things that you can do better. Maybe you're not paying attention in class. Maybe you're not doing this right. But if you're not doing well in school, y'all, do not let it get down on yourself. Do not let yourself get down on you. School just isn't for everyone sometimes. Majority of the subjects that they teach us, y'all, in high school are not that important in life, y'all. I will tell you guys that up front. It might seem important, your teachers might say it's important, but it's not that important. Almost 80% of the stuff that we learn, y'all. The most important things that you can get from high school the first 3 years, from my experience, are social skills, how to work with others, and how to build relationships. In my opinion, if I was running the school system my way, I would have a mental health class be the most important class and be a required class to be able to graduate, yo. I would make that my top priority. Because I think learning about mental health is so much more important than learning about algebra, European history, freaking biology. But yeah, yo. Do not stress about your work, yo. You guys will be just freaking fine. And if you're worried about getting a GPA so you can get scholarship money, yo, fam. Colleges do not just look at GPA. There are so many other things that you can do to build up a resume. You can do charity work. You can do service hours. You can coach a basketball team. You can play basketball. You can do sports. You can just do so many things around your community, y'all, that look great on a resume that will really have a bright spot in your resume and have you stand out. Do something with your local hospital. Do a blood drive event. Do something different, y'all, that will have you stand out. There are so many people. There are millions of kids with a 3.5 GPA or above, y'all. You have to do something to stand out. I mean, look at me, y'all. I'm on Disney. I'm on ESPN. I have a SeatGeek deal. I'm doing my thing, and that's outside of school. Number 3 for your work ethic, y'all, are prioritize the most important things, y'all. Obviously, the grading scale is different for each school and each school district, but obviously, tests and projects weigh a lot more on your total end grade than quizzes. Don't worry about the daily pop quizzes, y'all. I promise you guys, some of those are only like 3 to 10 points, but then you get to a test, y'all, and that's equal to like 5 or 6 of those. Also, what I mean by prioritizing, you could even set up a schedule of when you're going to do this homework, when you're going to do this project, and I would not wait till the last day, y'all. I am someone, especially the first 2 years of high school, where I waited to the final day a project was due after I knew about it 2 or 3 weeks before it was actually due, y'all. I cannot emphasize that enough. You do not want to wait for the last day, y'all, because then you have questions. I know there's going to be moments where like, oh, I have so much time to get this done, y'all, but then a week goes by that fast, 2 weeks goes by, and then you find yourself a day before it's due and you haven't even started. You have to get started on assignments, y'all. Even just planning out a project and then working on it a week later, but you already have a foundation, y'all, I highly recommend that, y'all. That kind of goes on to my next thing. School, especially in high school, your time goes by so fast, yo. Like, honest to God, it seems like I was just leaving 8th grade on the last day, saying goodbye to everyone, because how they do it at our school, they have all 6 elementary schools come together in this one huge high school, or middle school, and there's like 100 people that come from each elementary school, and then split us up in half to go to high school, into 2 different high schools, yo. And so we were like saying goodbye that day. It was honestly pretty emotional. There were a lot of girls crying that day. I almost shed a tear, not gonna lie.
You what?
My point is, time goes by so freaking fast, y'all. And if you're just about to start middle school or high school, y'all, please appreciate every time that you have with your friends and your peers and people around you in your childhood and your teenage years and the time you drive your first car and when you get your license, because time goes by that fast, y'all. I cannot emphasize that enough. Now it's time for some personal advice, y'all. I'm gonna start with number 1. Just be yourself. Do not feel the need to follow a trend, y'all. You guys notice me. I wear polo every day. I wear the Yeezys. I'm someone that does not go by with a certain trend, y'all. No one else at my school was wearing, a polo bear before me. I've kind of made it like an iconic look for myself. And if I was, someone that would let myself be influenced by a trend or let others make my decisions for me, I don't think I'd be in the position I'm at today. I would not be at all. We're all set on a different journey and a different path, y'all. You can't let someone else take that steering wheel from you. You can have people sitting in the back and supporting you, but you can't let someone determine your life, y'all. You cannot let that happen. You decide how your life goes, and you decide the decisions that you make, y'all. Life is 90%, it's 10% of the stuff, the actions that you take, and 90% of it is how you react to it. I think that's a quote or something. I don't really know. But my point is, just be yourself, y'all. Obviously, high school, there's a lot of peer pressure moments where you might be in a position where you are influenced to maybe do drugs, do alcohol, do something bad, do something illegal. But do not let yourself get mind controlled into doing something just to impress someone, impress a girl, impress a guy, impress anyone, y'all. Just be yourself. Just be the best version you can be. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. Number 2 is you do not have to be on a sports team or in a club to be cool. You know what I mean? There are so many different things at our age that we have the opportunity to do outside of school, yo. Yes, high school offers a lot of clubs, student council. I'm part of student council, yo. But there are so many opportunities around your community, like local basketball teams if you don't make the high school team. There's golf courses that you can do to play golf. You can join local soccer teams. You can join a baseball intramural league. You can do so many things, yo. You can do charity work. You can even start your own charity. You can, what else can you do? You can start a YouTube channel. You can start a YouTube channel and get to 10,000 subscribers and get on Disney. You can do so many different things, yo. You can get a job. There are so many needs for jobs right now, and so many employers are looking for teenagers to run certain jobs. Of course, they're not always the best job, but to keep your time prioritized, yo, there are so many things you can do. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. Sometimes it is better to not be popular in high school. There are so many times, especially like sophomore year, yo, when I was not going out at all. I didn't even have started YouTube that strictly, yo, and I was just sitting at home. And to some people that can sound like a depressing lifestyle, but it could honestly put you in a position where you can find your best self. You can actually look for stuff that you're good at. You can actually take time and find stuff that finds your inner happiness. You know, if you're popular, if you're going out to parties, you can get, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Your priorities can get a little congested. And then you can start having thoughts like, oh, should I do this to impress this person? Should I do this so I can get in this friend group? Should I do this at this party? But when you're home by yourself, you can find certain things that you're actually good at. You can test out so many different things, yo. YouTube, for me, just started testing out. This wasn't planned. This wasn't a hobby of mine before. This was something that I found that I love just in my crib. I mean, there are so many things you can make it to the E-League. So my point is, yo, if you're not popular in high school, if you're not going out every Friday night, if you're not going to parties, it is okay. But prioritize your time, yo. We only have 100 years on this earth, y'all. I'll repeat that. 100 years on this earth. That is like a flash in the history of this planet, y'all. So prioritize every second, every single day that you have. Find something that you love. And if you're not doing something at school, it is okay. It is totally fine, yo. There are so many opportunities in this earth, yo. We live in the United States. Well, like 80% of my audience does. But we live in the greatest country in the world, yo. There are opportunities everywhere. You just got to find your best talent and what best fits your talent ability. It's that simple, yo. Number 3, and my final personal advice, yo, is stay true to the real friends out there, yo. I promise you guys, whatever you do in high school, whatever you do in life, there will be some type of support behind you. There will be some type of support behind you, whether that's a best friend, whether that's a girlfriend, whether that's a small friend group of like 5 to 8 people. There will always be someone backing you up, and that was invested in your dream, that was invested in your goal. Stay true to those friends, yo. Because I promise you, there are so many people in high school that I have seen switch up, not just on me, but so many other people, so many people that have switched up on the people that they grew up with all the way up until high school, and just because of certain people, older people, upperclassmen, they just switched just like that, and they got influenced to do bad things and things of that nature, yo. I'm not calling anyone out, but my point is, stay true to those that were with you at the beginning, stay true to those that are loyal to you, and stay true to those that really care for you. Because there are so many times throughout my high school experience where I've seen with my own eyes, you know, real friends and fake friends. And it's sad that we live in a world where there's so many fake people out there, but you gotta stay true to those that love you. And you gotta find that core friendship, whether it's just with one person or a small group of people that you can go to for a situation in high school, yo. Because you are going to be pushed with so many different challenges, whether it's pressure from your parents, your friends, your teachers, your principal, your sports team. You need to find someone that you'll be able to talk to, yo. And that's something that we have to do better as a society as a whole, that we are more open, or that we feel comfortable with opening up our opinions and our true feelings, yo. But that is my advice for this 2019-2020 school year, y'all. Best of luck to everyone that's going into college, high school, middle school, elementary school, wherever you're going, yo. Best of luck to you guys, yo. My Twitter handle and my Instagram and my socials are all going to be right down here, yo. If you guys want to contact me, shoot me a DM on any of those, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down, your favorite piece of advice. Comment down anything that you want to comment. I'll read them, y'all, in this video. Stay blessed, y'all. All love 2019. This is our year. Let's get it. Let's go. Ah! I think I'm going to start bleeding. Yep, I just got my wisdom teeth out, so that was not a good idea.